Hello, hello, as British bobbies used to say back in the day. The old stereotype of a British policeman, back when they were... I'll stop myself there. How you doing? It's Gray. It's Gray from Wakazashi's Tea House. Are you good? Are you Genki? I hope so. Thanks so much for joining me at this time, this very late hour in the States, on a late Friday night. It's actually Saturday afternoon in Japan, 1:30 p.m. And yes, I'm here. I'm here to talk some comics. Got some comic book news, some reviews, previews. Going to do a little bit of Grant Morrison reading later on as well. So, yeah, looking forward to it. So, we briefly had your Barmy in the chat earlier on. He sent some Nama beers from Japan. Cheers. Kampai. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. And thank you for your support. Is that his tea house? See, what's that all about? So how have you been doing? I hope you've been good. Had a busy, crazy week back at work. Tell you, still trying to get used to it. I'm still recovering from the sports festival. We call it that. It's basically what you American guys and girls call field day. In the UK, we used to call it sports day. So the junior high school sports competition, which was a blast, but man, the preparation and then the tidy up and, all the lifting in crazy, sticky, almost like, the jungles of Vietnam, humidity kind of feeling. I think I lost about 3 kilos. Ahoy there, Fearmonic, how you doing, man? Still, man, I'm slowly working through that pile of amazing physical goodness, real comics you can touch and feel and taste if you feel like it. Yeah, loving it. I was going through that Ghost Machine special. Do you remember that back in the day? I didn't remember it, so I rereading it. It's like, wow, there's a lot in here that I just don't remember. So cool. Thanks again for that. Yeah, just checked the Absolute Joker. Did you see it? Yeah, was it this morning with Jim? I say this morning. On Jim's Absolute Batman, what else did we review? Flash live stream. We were talking about it. Well, you guys in the chat were talking about it, and I'd missed it. That's going to be the first thing I'll talk about. The Joker, Absolute Joker design has been revealed. Are you ready for it? Should I just jump right in? How are we doing? 2 minutes, yeah. Let's get on with the news. Here we go. I thought you were joking, Firmont, when you said he looks like a dragon. That's all I'll say. More fool me, right? Where are we? So this is from AIPT. The Joker. The Absolute Joker reveal. I thought this was a joke. Come on. I know I'm messing about with words here, but I really thought this was a joke. This is Absolute Joker. I'm not sure when it's going to be revealed. Let's jump into the article, shall we? And just shout out, we got Jogrin in the chat. Good to see you. Jacob Ironside is here. Joseph Wolf. Awesome. Joshua's too. Joshua, how you doing? Look at the Joker, Joshua. Isn't it insane? And Disgruntled. I read the first issue of the first series. I think I read the first 2, but I haven't since then, mate, so I will get back to it. Let's go. Let's find out what's going on with this. So this is a preview. It's the December previews. Absolute Batman issue 15, which will be out on the 10th of December. It's going to be $4.99 or $5.99 for the cardstock cover. Variant covers are by Jock, Ben Oliver and Brian Bolland. Hey, I want to see the Brian Bolland variant cover, I'll say that much. Here we go. Is this it? No. And then we've got a Absolute Batman Ark M special, number 1, which comes out on the 3rd of December. So a week before this Absolute Joker Batman issue. Tell you, man, let's get back to that. What do you think of this? I don't know. It looks a bit too, not similar, but it's got a bit of a Absolute Croc vibe to it. You've also got the Venom there, you can see in his veins. The Venom, well, Bruce is now venomed up, isn't he? And he's trying to control it. You got a bit of that. You got some horns, a long tongue. Goodness gracious. I thought he was quite good looking in a effeminate kind of way so far, from what we've seen of Joker. Yeah, so what happens to him? I guess we're going to find out. Where are we? Getting flashbacks to Venom Joker from Arkham Asylum, says Fearmonic. Yeah. Good, I'm glad you like it. It's insane in a good way. Just look at the length of his leg. The thigh. From buttocks to thigh to knee. It's ridiculously long, it's crazy. Nothing wrong with that, but yeah. Very interesting design to say the least. Netadon said it looks kind of like a Species character. Wow. That takes me back, man. Kaiju Joker, Jason, Jacob, yeah. Called Jason then. Jason! Jacob. Hey, Edward. So basically nothing Absolute Batman can be taken seriously. Does everything have to be big and dumb? There's nothing wrong with big and dumb. As well as getting the digital when it came out so I could do a review, I actually bought a physical copy. It arrived this week from last week. Absolute Batman, issue 12. I enjoyed it that much, Edward. I know, call me crazy. Good to see you there. Dwayne, great to see you. As always, thanks for your very, very detailed comments and always good recommendations on the videos. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've seen Brian Bolland. He's done a couple recently. I can't remember. What was he on? I've seen a couple of Brian Bolland covers and, you know, he's old now, so he's not quite got the old Animal Man. What did he used to do back in the day? Animal Man covers, the Invisibles covers. Not quite that level, but still brilliant. Still brilliant. Put a diaper on Croc. Goodness gracious. There we go. Yeah, great to see you in the chat. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to jump in and there's a little bit of news from this. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, don't worry, because it's long. It's a long solicits for December, but there's something else I want to have a look at. So we briefly scanned the Ark M special, which I'll be picking up. Look at the size of Batman there. He's towering over what looks like Gotham Port, Gotham Harbour. Absolute Batman Ark M special will be written by Scott Snyder, of course. It will have, and Frank Thierry. Okay, so they're both writing it. And then art and covers by Joshua Hickson. Don't know him off the top of my head. And to go back to the Absolute Batman with the Joker in, it's art by Jock, cover by Nick Dragotta. So that's Nick Dragotta's version, yeah? We're going to have the Jock version inside. So I will look forward to that. Yeah, cool. Okay. All it says is, Alfred reveals to Bruce the story of the man he's been chasing for years. Enter Joker. Not enter Sandman. Scott Snyder and Jock reunite for an epic tale in the Absolute Universe. Well, it sounds like I'm going to be picking up a physical copy of this. Won't be able to afford the, what do you call it, the 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, but that main cover, yeah. Come on, you got to get it. You've got to get it, folks. And the Arkham special just says, the origins of the enigmatic Arkham are explored. What terrible secrets lie within its walls? Who is assigned to protect it from discovery? Okay. We'll keep going because there's some more news. Look at this, folks. You probably already heard it, but it's the first Absolute Universe crossover or guest star. It's going to be Absolute Batman in Absolute Wonder Woman issue 15. There we go. Again, it's out in December. It says here, Christmas Eve, December 24th, later on this year, $4.99. Art and cover by Hayden Sherman, written by Kelly Thompson, of course. There'll be variant covers by Derek Chu, Layrix, and Kyung Yom. Wow. Pretty awesome. Looking forward to it. How they're going to bring him in, it's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? What do you reckon? How are they going to do this? Okay, let's catch up. Anytime. They have a lot of omnibuses and things, yeah, coming up next year. I've seen that as well. If you go down to the bottom of the solicits, there's even an Invisibles Compendium coming out, a new one. It didn't say how many issues are going to be in it, but they're bringing out a new one. I'm quite tempted. I could be tempted, folks. See if we can get Edward into it as well. I don't think he's sold on it yet, but more on this later. I say I'm going to be going through Invisibles issue 1. Yes, I know. I don't get my comics graded. I get my comics to read. There's a really interesting back page kind of it's like a letter or essay from Grant Morrison about what it's all about, why it started. So yeah, I'm going to read that later. Okay. Where are we? This Joker could be cannibalistic indeed. Yes. And the heavy crossover with DC KO. I know I kind of skipped the stuff about that. I don't know what to think about it. There's one issue I'm very interested in. That's I think it's Damian Wayne versus, is it Dick Grayson? Is it Nightwing? I think that's what it is. It's definitely Damian Wayne versus either another Robin or Nightwing. I think it's Nightwing. The other ones I'm kind of like, Don't know. We'll see. It will depend on the artist. I know. I just noticed that, Fear Monarch. Jock, it says he's on art for that issue 15. Absolute Batman. Just for that one issue. So, yes, looking forward to that. Speaking of Jock on art, you must know the classic Joker cover he did during the Detective Black Mirror, was it? Was it Black Mirror? That's a great story, by the way. Really good. I think it's one of Scott Snyder's best Batman stories. And it wasn't in the main Batman title, it was in Detective. Oh. I think it's Black Mirror. I could be getting mixed up with the crazy Channel 4 started series, which is now on Netflix. Black Mirror. Could be that. Is it Dark Mirror? Yeah, it could be Dark Mirror. I don't know, says Netta Don. It would feel weird if some other writer took over to write the character. It won't be the same, like Jonathan Hickman left, and it ain't the same Scott Snyder. Yeah, I know. Speaking of that, another physical copy I managed to get from the week before. The end of Daniel Warren Johnson's run on Transformers. So I picked up issue 24. Yes, really, really good. Great to get a physical copy of this. Jorge Corona on art. Awesome art. Very, very nice. So, with Jonathan Hickman taking over on that, what do you reckon? Is it going to change? How much will it change? Transformers. I skipped anything to do with Birds of Prey, mate. I only had a quick scan through what I was interested in. So it was mainly for the Absolute Batman and Wonder Woman news. Yeah. Joseph saying he's debating on going for the Green Lantern compendiums. They do look exciting too, don't they? They certainly do. Okay, here we go. Hey, welcome, Fancy Dan. I like your name and I like your avatar. I'm kind of in a comic drought right now. You got any recommendations for some mature DC comics? Been really into Vertigo. Wow. That's what I used to read back in the day. Yeah, I was big into the original Hellblazer, the original Sandman. Grant Morrison on Doom Patrol, it gets crazy. It starts off good, but it gets really out there. Me and Jim are getting to that at the moment on our reviews. Invisibles, again, it's maybe for people who like that kind of craziness. It's a big mix-up of the Matrix and all the alien conspiracy, secret government stories you've heard over the years. But the good thing about the Invisibles, the thing I like about it, is that Morrison never forgets to write good characters, and he keeps a sense of humour throughout it. So when you got this insane madness going on, multiple dimensions and insane alien entities invading our reality, he's still cracking jokes with Dane, who's a total stupid Liverpudlian gobshite. Is Lord Fanny, the transvestite character. I can say that kind of. Who's a really funny character, really good. He never forgets the characters, never forgets the humour. Okay, let's go back down. Let's go. Yeah, John Hickman is taking over on Transformers, isn't he? From next issue, 25, as far as I know. And a bigger recommendation, if you're still there, mate. Dwayne Muth recommends the Alan Moore Swamp Thing run. Of course, it's a classic. You can get nice collected trades of it, or compendiums, whatever you want to call them. And Dwayne's been recommending the is it Rick Vicevich, who followed on from Alan Moore. I've never read that. I think I read the odd issue, but I wasn't reading Swamp Thing when I got into Hellblazer and Sandman back in the day. Doom Patrol, Animal Man, Invisibles. Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's a great story. It is as good as they make out. I'm thinking of going back and doing a reread of Alan Moore's run. Maybe do some single issue reviews on my Patreon. Yes, I've got a Patreon, folks, as well, believe it or not. Plugging that, as well as the YouTube memberships. Oh my god. Yes. Anyway. Where are we? I really wanted to read Sandman, but I don't know if my parents would let me read a book, depending on the nudity. It's not too bad, the nudity. You've got to be wary that Neil Gaiman back in the day, he was big on the diversity, so there's lots of kind of sexually, what's the word? Every spectrum of sexuality's characters are in there, but again, he doesn't forget to write compelling characters. It's not about just, hey, look at me, I've got a gay character or I've got a trans character. It was never about that. They were part of the story, and I never even really noticed it much at the time. It was just accepted these characters as characters, which is what normal people do, right? If a good comic writer's good, if they're doing the job well, that's what most people will do. When you start trying to, like, you know, shout huge to bring attention, like, hey, look at me, aren't I great, I'm doing this, I've got these characters in my book, you forget about the story, you forget about the plot, you forget about actually developing those characters. That's when you lose me. I pop in and Gray's talking about trans, yeah. Hey, Nosferatu, how are you, man? Are you good? I hope you're genki. I'm having a nice glass of iced black coffee in your honour. So Dwayne Robert Kirkman is... Oh, sorry! What am I talking about? Was I saying Jonathan Hickman? Stream brain, there you go. You got to forgive me, I'm old. Robert Kirkman is taking over on Transformers. Yeah, not Jonathan Hickman. Jesus, what am I like? Shame I can't play a clip anymore because StreamYard's put it behind the paywall. No! It's worth looking into, but I don't know your age, so it depends. But I was reading it like, what was I when I got into it? I just started college, and when I say college, for British people, for all British people, that means like between 16 to 18, not university. It's like a between thing. So I guess high schools, it's second, third grade in the States. I got into it then. It was 1989. I was 16. Pickup truck, out of money. No, don't start singing Iron Maiden. Again, showing my age. So, I really enjoyed it. It was never kind of like, oh, you know, shocking. When he starts, he's really into the horror side of the story. Gaiman, you forget that. He was good as a horror writer, you know. Some of those first, like, 10 issues, and then the Serial Killers Convention storyline, man, they go pretty dark. So, just a warning. Fear Monarch, I've always noticed Gaiman likes writing some interesting kinks into stories. It always felt a little personal. Yeah, and then we've had the whole, haven't we, the breaking news from earlier this year. I don't know what's happened. He's gone, like, what's the word? Full dark, hasn't he? Just gone quiet. Probably the best idea. Just got off social media, because he was big into pushing the whole left movement, wasn't he? He was really into that. And attacking people who disagreed with his decision to race swap the Death character in the Sandman Netflix series, even though he didn't do the same with the audible drama, you know, the audio drama. No. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Animal Man 1 to 26 as recommendation for Fancy Dan as well. Thanks, Dwayne. Yeah, definitely. Always Animal Man. Always. Okay. Let me get back briefly to the... So let's see, should we scroll down and see if we can find... So we can find that, where is it? That Invisibles Compendium. I say I'm going to skip a lot of stuff and just mind your eyes, folks. Here we go. It's going to go crazy. Whee! Right to the bottom. Well, I had it for a second then. It was almost there. Is that the Green Lantern one you were talking about? Compendium 2, the Sinestro Corps War. Wow. Collecting for the first time ever, it says, in reading order for the first time ever, Green Lantern 18 to 42, Green Lantern Corps 14 to 38, the Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Special, Tales of the Sinestro Corps Parallax issue 1, and Tales of the Sinestro Corps Cyborg. I'm going to start reading them right now, but yeah, Geoff Johns, Peter Tomasi, Dave Gibbons and others, art by Ivan Rice, Patrick Gleason and others. $60, 1,600 pages. Goodness gracious, that's amazing. I think I might have gone past the Invisibles. I'm going to keep going down and see. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Okay. The problem with this, Fearmont, you might be able to let me know in the chat. It doesn't list what's in it, as far as I know. I just kind of scanned through. It just says, yeah, it must be the whole thing. 1,496 pages. Holy shit. $59.99. Wow, soft cover. On sale 20th of January 2026, next year. Tell you what, really enjoying it at the moment because is it Phil Jimenez? He's on art at the moment. It's really, really good. It looks awesome. We're on volume 2, me and Jim. We just did volume 2, issue 7 last night, my time. So Friday morning, his time. I don't know when it will be out on the channel and Jim's Patreon. It will be getting there someday, in a couple of weeks probably. So yeah, that's it. It's all it says. Collecting for the first... Oh, I've got it here, guys. I've got it. Invisibles, collecting for the first time ever the entire controversial beloved and acclaimed saga by Eisner award-winning writer Grant Morrison in one massive compendium. Okay, nice one. I hadn't read it in detail, I just didn't see it. I was looking for issue numbers. So the whole thing in one big juicy compendium. Are you tempted? Fear Monarch, are you going to get it? Wow, pretty cool. And also there's a Tom Strong Compendium 2. Big fan of that back in the day. I used to buy the individual issues, but they're lost to time. Alan Moore, Chris Sprouse, $60, 750 pages, so it's half the size of the Invisibles one for the same price, but still pretty awesome. Earth 2 Compendium, yeah. Oh my goodness. What are we going to do, folks, for Christmas and New Year? We're going to have no money left after a couple of weeks. The Flash Mark Waid Omnibus Volume 3. Almost 1,300 pages, but that's $150. Yikes. Woo! That's expensive. Superman in the 70s. Shade the Changing Man Volume 2. Collects issues 38 to 70. I used to read that. I can't remember how far I got, but I was buying that back in the day as well. But it's very strange. It's a very strange story. It's kind of one of those things. I was 16, 17, 18 and pretending to understand what I was reading. I think kind of like, I think I'm getting what's going on. A Batman and Robin Peter J. Tomasi collection, book 3. 400 pages for $40. And I said I wasn't going to do this, didn't I? Kyle Starks' Peacemaker Tries Hard, 2026 edition, $18. That's not bad for 168 pages. That's worth a look, folks. If you're looking for something funny, if you don't mind the kind of, it is kind of like double entendre sexual humour as well, but it was really funny. By Kyle Starks, art by Steve Pugh. Peacemaker Tries Hard. Worth a look. There's a Batman Universe Deluxe edition coming out. Brian Michael Bendis, Nick Derrington. I've got that somewhere on digital, not this new version, the original. And what else have we got? There's a James Tiny Onions Batman Omnibus Volume 2. Jesus, $125 for just under 1,000 pages. Wow. Okay, that's enough. I could be here all day. Stop sharing. Let's get back to grey. Woo! So yeah, check these out. I'll get to the chat in a sec, but have a quick look. I want to show you the physical copies. I picked up an issue of Dark Patterns for the first time in a while. It was the last issue from last week, not the Wednesday just gone, the one before. Issue 10. It's the first part of The Child of Fire. Hayden Sherman on art. Not actually read it yet. It's still on my list to be read. I'm trying to avoid the reflection. I'm really enjoying his art in this, Hayden Sherman. I know a lot of people don't like it. I like it. I've got used to it in Absolute Wonder Woman. I think he does a really good kind of Batman, but it's a very different take on Batman. I just want to say that. Some people don't like it. Oops. Oh my goodness, we're going back in time. There we go. You see. Yes, so delighted to get that. Paying a ridiculous amount of money in Japan for it. Anyway, I think a $5 book works out, it's about, with the conversion at the moment, because the Japanese yen's weak, it's about $7.50 if you include the little bit of postage as well. So $7.50 for a $5 book. Am I insane? Yeah. Transformers $4 book is about $5.50. But this is great. Just look at the art in this. It's unbelievable. Where are we? Look at this. Fantastic. Jorge Corona. It's got a look of Daniel Warren Johnson, who's writing it, hasn't it? It's got a look of his art style, but Jorge Corona. Really good, and the physical quality of the book, of the comic, is really good in your hands. The pages feel thick, If you compare this to a modern Marvel comic, there's no comparison. I think Skybound and the Ghost Machine books from Image, Ghost Machine, they're always really good quality. Can't get them for some reason in Japan. They're never in the comic shops that I can actually mail order from. They never show them, so I don't know why that is. I'm sure they would sell well here. Any of the Ghost Machine books. But we can get Transformers. And I was able to pick up the new copy from this week of, Ghost Pepper Speaking of that, I want to share that with you. I've got a digital edition here as well. Hang on a sec. Bit of a shout out for a weird sci-fi space fantasy manga-esque, anime-esque comic book by a French creator called Ludo Lullaby, or Lullaby. I like Lullaby. Great. He does the writing, the art, the letters too, believe it or not, and there are colours by Adriano Lucas. Just show you a little bit of this because I don't want to spoil it. This is the style, you know, if you have a look at it, it's got a very European style straight away, as well as a nice hint of, you know, Japanese manga, Japanese anime. The story's, you know, it's okay. It's just fun. It's a fun book, and it's been made with love by a creator who, you know, really, he's putting everything into it. You can tell. It's really, really, really cool. Just something a bit goofy, a bit out there, a bit different. Yeah, you know, anyone looking for recommendations? It's not DC or Marvel. It's not that well known from Image, but might be worth a look. It's only up to issue 3. You can still catch up on the previous issues. There we go. So that's the style. Just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, let's get back. I'm trying to think what else. What were the other news stories I was going to share? I've got something else from Image I want to talk about. But before I do that, let me get back to the chat. Yeah, Geiger and Redcoat from Ghost Machine and Rook Exodus, which is coming back, hopefully. Beginning of next month, October, we're going to get the next issue. Take it easy, Jacob. Thank you. You have a good night. I know it's late in the States. I really appreciate you jumping in. Oh, you've read it, have you? Fancy Dan. Peacemaker Tries Hard has got to be one of my favourite DC Black Label books. Yes, it was a real surprise. It was Weird Science Jim that got me into that. It's like saying, you know, you got to check this out. Because I wasn't really a fan of the character. But yeah, it's good. Oh. Fear Monarch, I'm ordering the Omni someday. Now that Tom Strong is going in the shelf day one. Yes, yes. Yeah, with the Invisibles, me too. I'd love to, you know, if I could save up some money and splash out and get it. I'm very, very tempted. It's all of it. For people who are not aware, the Invisibles had crazy numbering. And Morrison, he says this from the start. I don't know if it's true. He always planned it out as like 3 volumes. It was the first volume's 1 to 25. So you got 25 issues. Then volume 2, there's 22 issues. And just to confuse you, volume 3, there's only 12. And they count down from 12 to 1. It goes backwards. So the first issue of volume 3 is issue 12. You're like, what? What is he doing? It's classic, isn't it? Typical Morrison. Sweet Tooth by Geoff Lemire. Yeah. Yes, I've read the first trade of that. So, okay, so he's one of your favourite writers. His Moon Knight was really good. Now I know your Avatar. Moon Knight was awesome, wasn't it? Yeah. Joseph, over 1,300 pages. I know, that's crazy. Switches between everything in order. I've only read it digitally, but I loved it. Right. You'd love to have it physically. Oh. I can't even say it. The compendiums are crazy big, right? The first Geoff Johns Green Lantern compendium's about 1,700 pages. Holy macaroni. Try not to swear on this. How much was that? Was that like $100? Over $100 probably, wasn't it? Whew. Okay. Let me catch up. That issue of Transformers is totally worth it. Yeah, and it's a great price, Transformers. You know, it's great they've kept it at $3.99. It's really good, don't you think? Respect. Another good thing about the Ghost Machine books, most of the Image books, unless it's a first issue or like a special issue, I think they do keep them to $3.99. Good on them. Fellas, I got the trade paperback of Superman Red Sun, used for $3 at my comic store. But they're also charging singles, $6 for singles, no way. Yeah. I got the trade from, years ago. It's good, really good, really good. Batman Deadpool deserves some talk, surely. Wink, says me Monarch. Yeah, you can check out, I know you've seen it, mate. You can check out my review on my channel. I did review it earlier on in the week. It's doing quite well for me as well. Yeah. All I'll say about it is I did like, and this is controversial, I did like Zeb Wells' voice for Deadpool, because I don't usually like the character. You know, a lot of writers just amp it up to 11 and it just gets so annoying. And also, you know, in long doses, I think he gets annoying anyway as a character, but maybe because it was a short, single one and done story, and it's not just him, it's Batman as well. I thought it was pretty good. The story, it was very basic. It's like, someone's hired Deadpool to get Batman, and I'm not going to spoil who it is, but you can probably guess. The art by Greg Capullo, I don't think he's as good as he was. Maybe, you know, doesn't spend as much time as he used to on it. Could be that. It was okay. The 6 backup stories, some are only 2 pages long, 2 or 3 pages, some of those. They were more like little previews, weren't they? Yeah, they were okay. I like the Daredevil Green Arrow. I thought that was pretty fun once you got past the Kevin Smithiness of it. So, yeah. Is that enough talk for you? And Hyde Street. Dwayne, it's coming out next week, as far as I know, the next issue. I think it's out next week. Okay. How we doing? We're going for 30 minutes of absolute waffle. I've got another news story. It's for fans of Criminal. Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. Great creative team. Let's just share the screen. Here we go. It's good news for physical collectors, bad news for digital collectors. I'll say that as a warm-up. Here we go. So there's a new Criminal #1 coming out from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. Giant Size Criminal, it's called. It will be out, where's the date? Just scrolling down. The 3rd of December. So it's a solicit for December. There's going to be Sean Phillips with the main cover there, as you can see. Marcus Martin with cover B. Duncan Fagredo's doing a 1 in 10. And J.H. Williams III, 1 in 25. Mature, $5.99, 48 pages. No digital will be released. The reason it's coming out is, did you know, there's an Amazon Prime Criminal series supposedly dropping around the same time, but I was looking for some news on it and there's no release date at this moment. The first new Criminal single issue in over 5 years arrives on the eve of the streaming TV series premiere, so they're suggesting that's going to be in December as well. This oversized annual style issue is packed with everything Criminal fans love from Brubaker and Phillips, and much more. Headlining the issue is a novella-length story starring fan-favourite character Ricky Lawless, a major player in the upcoming TV adaptation, as he goes solo on his latest heist. What could possibly go wrong? Went like that there. I mean, my neck cracked. But that's just the beginning. You'll also get, here we go, listen to this, a Criminal tabletop RPG module written by Kieran Gillen and illustrated by Sean Phillips. That's got my interest piqued, although I've not done any RPG like tabletop for years. Behind the scenes insights into the Criminal TV series from the showrunner Brubaker himself, and a fully illustrated guide to the world of Criminal and its key characters. This giant-sized Criminal one-shot is the perfect entry point for new readers, and just in time for Christmas. It's an even better stocking stuffer for the die-hard Brubaker and Phillips fans in your life. Exclusively in print and only available at comic shops. It's our way of saying thanks to retailers. There we go, folks. What do you reckon? Also, by the side of it, you see Adventure Man Volume 2, which I haven't read. It's just caught my eye. Matt Fraction. Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson. There we go. I'm not going through the image things. What are the key moments here? Yeah, there's a new series like The Darkness and Wrestle Heist. Are they making a new Darkness series? That's one of Nosferatu used to like be screaming at me. Gray, get reading and reviewing it. Okay. I think that's the main news. Let's get back. Stop sharing. Yeah, going back to the Deadpool Batman. I don't have a physical copy, of course. I wouldn't like splash out for that. I had a review copy, thanks to somebody, a good friend. I had a review copy from Marvel, and it was digital, single page. So you're like, how do you read the panel, the page? You know. Not the whole thing, but they had a double page spread, but you had to go like vertical to read it. Anyway. Leave it in the 90s, Kevin. He can't help himself, can he? You know. Dwayne, I knew you'd be a fan of Criminal. I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I am. I'm going to do my utmost to be able to get a physical copy. I don't know if I'll be able to over here. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Might have to ask for some big favours from some friends. We'll see what happens. Okay, Fairmont is recommending Fancy Dan. If you're not already listening to it, yeah, do check out the Weird Science Comics podcast. I do show up on some of the shows, but they mainly cover DC. That's the main focus of their podcast. DC books. They also do a Marvel review show. There's a X-Men review show, and there's like little shows that you can only get on the Patreon, or you can get on the ones that I do with Jim. You can get on my YouTube membership channel. Well, the memberships. We do like a Grant Morrison joint review thing. We do Usagi Yojimbo. We're starting from the beginning with that. So Grant Morrison means Animal Man, Doom Patrol. We've done a little bit of the new X-Men, but not much. And Invisibles, they're the main ones. Animal Man, Doom Patrol, Invisibles. Hoping to do the Flex Mentalo miniseries soon. Jim was talking about that. Fear. Just to let you know. Yeah, nice one, man. Okay. If you've been listening to Gotham City Radio Hours pod, okay, cool, that sounds good to me. I'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. His pods are really interesting. You should check it out if you like Batman. Nice one. Very, very good. Waiting on it. Taylor, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're genki. How about they make the Joker look like Scott Snyder? No comment. He looks really weird, doesn't he? He looks really weird. Yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Woo! Goodness gracious. What are you doing? Wow. Something just caught my eye then. What was this? What the heck is this? DC KO Night Fight issue 2 in December. Just the covers just caught my eye. Can I ask you guys, and girls, if you're there, ladies, anyone out there, what are you thinking of the DC KO thing? Any interest? Are you like me, just maybe pick up the odd issue if it's got, two heroes you're really into? I don't know what to think about it. It will depend on the creative team, and it will depend on who's who. Yeah, turn the whole computer, my whole screen. It's good if you've got a tablet. I don't have a tablet, you can do it more easily, but with a computer it's like I could stand it on its side, couldn't I? Yeah, good to see you, man. You too. Grant Morrison's Justice League of America is worth a look too. Not too mature for that, so no problem with that. And thanks for jumping in, man. I appreciate it. You have a good night. Have a good weekend. Taylor, yeah, it feels like DC want to move into rebooting the universe again. Well, that's what we thought they were going to do. From September with the kind of new Batman. We thought there was going to be a series of new number ones already, but no, they're keeping things going apart from Batman, which has been relaunched. Joseph saying that KO is the first event I've been excited for in a while, but you're not. Yeah, I'm not buying every tie-in. No, don't do it. If you're really interested in them, just get the ones that really catch your eye, or you probably get a trade later on, or get them in the dollar bin, possibly, a few months down the road. Yeah, the KO team, what do you think, man? I don't know what to think about it. It sounds a bit like someone's thought it was a good idea at the time kind of thing. Yeah, we'll see. Should we have a quick look at that before we move on? Okay, Edward, let's see what you're saying. Edward, I'm in on KO if they stick to the claim they're keeping it small. Not interested in buying a bunch of tie-ins. Yeah, exactly. That's where they always lose people, isn't it? With like unnecessary tie-ins. Looking at you, Marvel. Looking at you, DC, with Night Terrors. Remember Night Terrors? Anyone? As Jim christened it, Summerween. Halloween in the summer. Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Only grab the tie-ins we personally want. Fear Monarch. Yeah, the DWJ cover, and I'm good. Gotcha. Let's have a very quick look at it. Just let me share again. See what the first releases are going to be. Boom. Just go back to have a look at that. The Joker. Absolute Joker cover for a second. Hoo-wee. Okay, anyway. Let's make it a bit bigger so you can see if you're reading along with me. December at DC is an all-out brawl, wrapped in a gift bow. All Fight Month explodes across 8 DC KO rounds from mystery throwdowns in Superman vs. Redacted. It's hidden. But I think, did I list them all last week? Because Bleeding Cool revealed the first round of who was fighting who. But let's keep it a secret. Wonder Woman versus, so there's going to be a Superman, a Wonder Woman, a Harley Quinn, Red Hood. Oh, that's the one, isn't it? It's Red Hood versus Damien. I was getting mixed up. It's not Dick Grayson. I think it's that one. While Night Fight issue 2 hurls Bruce through a gauntlet of future Batmen. That's going to be by Williamson and Morra. Dan Morra. Woohoo! Over in the main line, the core line, Batman issue 4, Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez digs into the Crown of Storms conspiracy. Sounds a bit like Game of Thrones, doesn't it? Wonder Woman 28. Tom King is still on that and it's still coming out. Turns Mouseman's joke into a threat. Oh, really? That sounds exciting, doesn't it? Action Comics 1093 brings Smallville-sized stakes back to the Kent farm. Oh, and this is what you've all been waiting for. Harley Quinn issue 200, folks. Rolls in as a full-on clown extravaganza with the Dodsons back on art. Happy bicentennial, Harl. I talked about Absolute Batman 15. It reunites Scott Snyder and Jock to finally usher the Absolute Joker on board. Absolute Wonder Woman 15 kicks off a two-parter with Batman in Gotham City. It's featuring the Absolute Batman. Absolute Superman 14 stares down Ra's Raish for Smallville's soul. And then Absolute Flash 10 deepens Wally's Fort Fox mystery. If you're reading it, I'm not, I've dropped it. Absolute Green Lantern 9 tangles Joe, Hal and Nemesis. And Absolute Martian Manhunter returns with an issue 7, which it says tightens the noose around Middleton. Okay, that's it. Okay. One more thing just before I finish, because this caught my eye. Crisis on Infinite Earths, an Absolute Edition. Man, guys, I am tempted. I don't even have a paperback of that. I've got the odd issue here and there. The reprint ones, not the originals. I wish. I've got a couple of the facsimile issues, but I could be tempted for an Absolute Crisis on Infinite Earths. What do you reckon? Okay, stop sharing that. That's cool. Okay, Jorgen's saying, yeah, I think I'm just reading the KO, the main KO, and Night Fight. Night Fight sounds pretty good now, doesn't it? Yeah, that's caught my eye a bit. Spookiest month of the year. Actually, the Night Terror main story I thought was nonsense, but I did enjoy a couple of the tie-ins. Speaking of tie-ins, a couple were okay, weren't bad. No thanks, make Harley a villain again. Gotcha. Damien will be bringing a crowbar, says Dwayne. And Fear Monarch, I knew you'd be tempted. But Absolute Crisis, it sounds so good, doesn't it? Oh my god. Hex and Violence. That was the one. Oh god, that's a great episode on Jim's podcast back in the day when he was covering them, losing his mind with Eric when Eric was still here. Oh god, that's funny. Sex and violence. Okay, guys, I don't want to lose you too soon. I'm not going to go into too much more. There's not much more news. That was the main things I wanted to cover, but I wanted to read from The Invisibles issue 1. The letter that Grant Morrison puts in, well, it's kind of the back page matter, not a letter, but it's on the origins of it. So what I'm probably going to do is after this is done, when I can download this video, I'll edit this and I'll drop this part on the Patreon as well for people who are following the Invisibles over on there. Okay, you ready for this? This might take a while, I warn you. Grab yourself a drink, get yourself a cup of tea or a whiskey, a shot of something good, a coffee. Pull up a chair, turn on the fire if it's cold, and see if I can even read this. Look how small this print is. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. And I tell you, I really appreciate you watching and listening this far. Thank you for your support. It's been brilliant. Okay, I don't want to lose you. Here we go. So this is back in good old September 1994. Gray was 21 years old back then. Still buying comics, yeah. Starting going out clubbing. And it's the Invisible Ink column. The first thing that he says, Grant Morrison, is destroy this comic in big bold letters. That's my advice. When you finish reading The Invisibles issue 1, tear it up, burn it, feed it to your lizards, lock it in the trunk of a stolen car and push it off a bridge. You'll feel good, believe me. It's only a comic, after all. Do you really need more of these things cluttering up your life? How many times have we heard that before? Or thought about it ourselves? I'll try not to get distracted. Do you really need to be chained to a mountainous dead weight of paper? Yes, we do. There'll be another one next month anyway, and chances are your memories of this comic will be much better than the real thing. So go on, do it. And when you've done it, go do the rest of your comics. Death to the speculators. This is not Gray, this is Grant Morrison. I'm quoting him verbatim. Then it says in big letters, exceed the stated dose. Here we go. As usual, with no letters to fill the first issue text pages, it's up to me to ramble on a bit, provide some background material on the creation of the item that you now hold in your hand, and introduce the creative team. Okay. Ever conscious of the writer's duty to project at least the illusion of glamour and sophistication, I'm making these notes on the Boulevard Pommer, downtown Papite, no idea where that is. Trade winds rattling the palm leaves, a fresh spray of warm rain, white surf on green water, clouds blurring the jagged volcanic outlines of the island of Moria. Moria? Is that a real island or is that an Alan Moore island? It's off in the background. Slow Sunday in paradise, drinking espresso with the left hand, screwdrivers with the right, in an effort to disconnect the hemispheres of my brain. The vodka and orange doesn't seem to be mixing very well. Tastes funny and smells like something shit in my glass. Oh my goodness. Only thing to do, I suppose, is keep on drinking until I lose my sense of smell altogether. The best thing about writing is that it can be done anywhere, and anywhere is, of course, my favourite place. Okay. Since finishing up Doom Patrol in 1992, I've spent much of the time travelling and recharging my batteries with new sights, new sounds, new gastric upsets. And now it's really raining, coming down in heavy drifting veils, drops as big as raisins spattering on the wooden rails. 10 minutes later the clouds have passed and here's the sun. Ionised air smelling of baked dust, saturated with oxygen. Drenched and refreshed, the foliage is a vivid surging green now, and big yachts bask in the harbour, just waiting to be infiltrated by James Bond. That was all in brackets, by the way. Okay, back to his main narrative. These travels, in what's generally recognised as the real world, were balanced and enriched by extensive internal voyaging, designed to engender what Rimbaud, the poet, so aptly dubbed the systematic derangement of the senses. During this period, I was also, to be brutally frank, shattered by the response to Doom Patrol, which I loved as a parent loves a gifted and misunderstood child, but which was either relentlessly panned by critics or completely ignored. No way, I didn't know that. I thought that was doing quite well back in the day, because it lasted for a lot of issues. I was reading it until Rachel Pollack took over, and then I tried a couple of her issues, but it just it didn't really grab me. Okay, that's interesting. So, continues Grant, I felt I needed some time away from comics, time to recover and to rethink my approach to work. I emerged from this alchemic crucible with several little black notebooks worth of ideas. The forthcoming Flex Mentallo one-shot book, for instance. It says one-shot here. And also The Invisibles, which you've got right here in your hand. Freewheeling madly across the globe in states of howling delirium may be highly instructive in a number of ways, but I found that I missed the simple discipline of writing a monthly book and the buzz of readers' feedback. Which brings us right to where we are now. Here we go. The Invisibles is what I'm going to be concentrating on for the foreseeable future, and I think I've at last found a concept wide-ranging enough to accommodate all the ideas. I've had lost it, to accommodate all the ideas I've had, which would otherwise be spread through a succession of one-shot books and specials. Although we have a core group of characters, anyone can belong to or oppose the Invisibles, giving me the opportunity to tell stories ranging across time and genre, stories that will eventually come together and be revealed as one large-scale, shimmeringly holographic tapestry. Generally, the longer stories will feature the activities of our 5 principal players, while one-shots will explore the lives of various ordinary and extraordinary folk, drawn into a web of conspiracy that extends from the backstreets of your hometown to the dark blue-green planet circling Alpha Centauri and beyond, out past the horizon of the space-time supersphere itself. Whew, it's hard work doing this, you know. This is the comic I've wanted to write all my life. It's a comic about everything: action, philosophy, paranoia, sex, magic, biography, travel, drugs, religion, UFOs. You can make your own list. And when it reaches its conclusion, somewhere down the line, I promise to reveal who runs the world, why our lives are the way they are, and exactly what happens to us when we die. In the meantime, send us your comments, your dreams, your recipes, your love letters, crank mail, whatever. I'll read them all and answer as many as I can here in the Invisible Ink page. Then it says "Kill Rave" in big letters. I have a dream. Somewhere out there, 14-year-old kids are beginning to look around, beginning to get angry and strange and wild. Soon they'll be cutting their hair with blunt scalpels, taking drugs that haven't been synthesized yet, making music that will terrify everyone over 21. I have a dream, and I'd like to be the first to salute les enfants de ce ciel. No, I'm Spartacus, it says again, big letters. Okay, we're almost there now, folks, we're almost there. Grant Morrison is 5 feet 11 inches tall and has dark brown hair and hazel eyes. Well, he did when he wrote this. His favourite colour is turquoise. His favourite foods are chocolate, salt and vinegar crisps, salads and spicy foreign muck. He has an appendectomy scar. His mum is called Agnes, his dad is called Walter, and his sister is called Lee. His favourite animal is a cat. His favourite girl is called Magdalena. He's single, heterosexual, in brackets it says, with possible latent homosexual tendencies, and is currently quite wealthy. His work has been described as gibberish. That's all there is to him. And then he goes on to talk about the creative team in this issue. Steve Yeowell is one of the world's greatest comic artists and a close personal friend of the author. He's in love with the modern world and lives with his girlfriend Jill in a neon-hazed, strobe-lit world of endless parties. Other than that, there's not much to say about Steve. Ryan Hughes, or Rhiann Hughes, first issue cover artist and designer of The Invisibles, is the sort of well-mannered, typically British young man you'd confidently entrust with your teenage daughter's virtue. But you'd be wrong. Professor! Dead wrong. For Rhiann is sex mad. He's a sex maniac. The Don Juan worships sex in all its forms. Did he know that Grant was writing about them this way, I wonder? Oh my God, it's a difficult word for me. I don't quite remember what it means. The priapic appetites of the Casanova, the leering Lothario would exhaust even the most enthusiastic of tantric love goddesses. No man's daughter is safe with Romeo, Ryan, or Rhiann Hughes. Heed this warning. And that's it. It just says next month, Dane McGowan, lost and homeless in London, encounters mad Tom O'Bedlam and takes a mind-wrenching peek under the skin of the world we know. Plus, your horrible narrator and, like Droog, returns with more pointless traveller's tales designed to fill up the space before the letters comes in invisible ink. The place to meet new people. And it's signed Grant Morrison, Tahiti, March 1994. Flipping heck. That was it, invisible ink. He's also got a little column in the... Remember On the Ledge in DC Comics back in the day? He'd have like a new a new title's created with, like, you know, just like write a little spiel. I'm not going to read that, don't worry. It's mainly just what's he talking about here? He's talking about other vertigo titles for some reason. Then right at the end, he's like, oh yeah, oh, I was supposed to plug my new monthly book, The Invisibles, but I've run out of space. What can I say? I think it's the best thing I've ever done. There you go. And he was, oh my goodness, there's still people here. I thought you'd all have abandoned me. So I really appreciate that, listening for all that. Mrs. Wacky's actually like creeping around in the background thinking, when is he going to finish? Is he still going on about stuff? Goodness gracious. Where are we? Where's Fearmonic? The last comment is 3 laughs from Fearmonic. I got the facsimile of Batman issue 1 and the back of it has clip out this poster and it's just a drawing of Bats and Robin, and I'm like, how many copies got destroyed by kids because of that? Mate, I remember those things. They used to do that, didn't they? They used to have like like cut out this picture or this mask or something. You could do like a paper mask of a character. He's still yapping about invisible ink and vodkas. I think so. Grant. I appreciate it, man. That's cool. Yeah, as I say, what I'll probably do is I'll this is going to stay up on this channel, but I'll probably edit this with the news and maybe the Invisibles spiel, put it on a Patreon as well, just as an audio, something to listen to. But yeah, what was he like, Grant? I forgot he actually continued that in issue 2. Let's have a quick look. Did he write something in issue 2 as well? Let's check before I finish. How many times have I said that as well before I finish? That was the weird cover, a very early Sean Phillips cover. Invisibles issue 2. Let's check. Oh, there's an advertisement or an ad for Moonshadow. James DeMatteis, John J. Muth. Yeah, there is. I might have to do it. I'll do this next week. There's another column from Grant, not quite as long, and also something from Stuart Moore, the editor, as well. Interesting. Okay, I'll have to do that next time. This time it's signed Grant Morrison, Nepal. Is it Nepal? May 94. So he went on to Nepal. Okay. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support. It's awesome. I'll share a photo or something, and I'm going to play out with some music. What can I do, folks? Where are we? Let's see. Where is it? Banners? No. Media assets. Play a great... Or I could share an Animal Man song, couldn't I? I've not played the Animal Man song in ages. Just bear with me. I will get my channel up and... Let's play an Animal Man song, because it's been so long, hasn't it, since we've heard it. See what comes up. Oh no, it's not listening to my channel stuff. It's everybody else's. Everybody else's. Okay, I know what to do. Go back to channel dashboard. Check out my content. Animal Man. Let's bring up the last one we did. Issue 26. Oh my goodness. On YouTube. Hope we don't get an ad. There we go. Make it full screen. So yeah, Gray's doing this at the last minute. Share screen, see this works. Share audio. Okay, let's go.
Japanese AI. I'm here for Grant Morrison, and we'll love him to the day we die. Hey, hey, it's Animal bananas. We're gonna go ape. We're gonna go ape.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Reading Grant Morrison with Gray. I'm here with Gray. What up, Gray?
What up, Jim? How you doing? Are you genki?
No, we didn't actually even say at the beginning, like, who would start